Hi everyone, I'm number 600,353. I came from Chiapas, Mexico. It's the southernmost state and the one most impoverished in Mexico. And ironically, it's the one with the most natural resources in the Mexican Union. I came to this country when I was 6 years old, and the first day of classes in elementary school, my mom walked me. It was here in the United States, and in Los Angeles to be more exact. She walked me and she introduced me to the teacher. The teacher was very nice, smiling at me, and I was very confused. This is a new crowd going into elementary school, first grade, and everyone starts talking to me. My classmates start talking to me in English, and I didn't speak one word at all of English, so this is all foreign language to me. It's like imagine yourself being in a presentation where the speaker is not really speaking, it's American Sign Language, and you don't understand what's going on. There's gestures going on, but you don't understand. So that's how it was till probably like 3rd grade was when I actually started handling the English language proficiently. By 5th grade, I was much better, and I actually got into the gifted program. I graduated from elementary school with honors, being gifted, and with the the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence in elementary school. When I graduated elementary school, I remember telling, and during the ceremony, the graduation ceremony, I remember telling all my classmates that I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but it sounded pretty and very intelligent, right? So I went into middle school already as a gifted student in the honor classes, getting straight A's. 6th, 7th grade. 7th grade, I moved schools, going into the magnet program, which here in Los Angeles, it's considered prestigious. Not really. It's more like integrated. The magnet program is like you integrate different ethnicity, people from different ethnic backgrounds. So the school I went to was very diverse. By the time I got to high school, also magnet program, and then just focusing on the sciences, but what I really enjoyed about the magnet program was definitely that I got to meet a lot of people who were from different nationalities, Armenian backgrounds, Filipinos, Korean, definitely very diverse. It opened my eyes to different cultures. But anyway, so I graduated from middle school. I'm going back, graduated from middle school with a 3.8 GPA. From high school, well, above 3.0, with honors, again getting the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence. And I just remember right now, like high school, what I remember the most of high school is in 11th grade, when I was applying for colleges, is when it kind of hit me and I understood what it meant to be undocumented or college undocumented. Once I got accepted by UC Santa Cruz, UC Riverside, Cal State LA, Cal State Northridge, I started looking into what college I wanted to go to, because all my friends were doing that. My high school was very college bound. And once I realized that I wanted to go UC Santa Cruz, I started seeing like, how much does it cost? It's the first question that high school students ask themselves. And it turns out that it was like, I don't know, like something like $6 grand at the time per quarter. And that's when I realized that I wasn't allowed to apply for any federal or state financial aid. So that definitely hit me, because I remember looking at a brochure from UC Santa Cruz and seeing, I'm like, what is this? Like, oh, this student here, it's a student in a brochure who's highlighted. His name's, I don't know, Manuel. I was like, all right, let me see what this guy. He has a 3.2 GPA from high school. That's me, check. He has, his parents have an income that's lower than 40,000. Double check, definitely. My parents don't make 40,000 a year. And I don't know, like, this is how much that the government's going to give you, right, if you apply. And so that's not me. I cannot get as much as Manuel was going to get, who, by the way, was going to get his whole school paid for. UC Santa Cruz, he was going to get paid for, Manuel. At least this is what the brochure said. And I mean, that's just devastating to understand and see that someone that's being compared, like I was comparing myself to this person who's identical to my record, right? And it turns out that I can't go and study to the institution that I earned, actually, because I worked through high school. I worked very hard as part of different academic fields, definitely sciences was something that I enjoyed. Mathematics went all the way through AP Statistics, AP Calculus. I did cross country. I did soccer, track. So I don't know, it was really devastating. I went into like a month of depression. I mean, really like depression, like feeling like you're not worth anything, like your existence is like, I don't know, like it's like you don't matter, kind of. It feels really weird. I had to seek help. I knew something was wrong with me. That's not how I am. I'm a person that's very happy. I'm always smiling. I like being liked by other people. I enjoy friendships. And at that time, for a month, I was in pain. So I sought help. I went to a psychologist in high school. When I visited her regularly, they would pull me out of class. I had to make up stories to my friends that, I don't know, that I was in trouble trying to be a cool guy or something, right? But in reality, my reality, or what I thought was my reality of being undocumented, was eating me alive. And so the psychologist helped me understand a lot of the things that were going on. Like, you know, I guess being young, you take things too much to like personal or whatever. But anyways, my dreams were affected by my status at the moment. I immediately, like, now that I look back at it, me being a third-year student in Cal State Northridge, looking back at it right now as my high school years, I could have gone to UC Santa Cruz, I could have gone to UC Riverside. It's just that what's imposed on you at first is like the obstacles, right? And the first thing that you want to do is, how do I get through, you know? How do I get through, and how do I get through the fastest way? And I chose the fastest way as opposed to the long run, which would have been UC Santa Cruz, because I know there's undocumented students at UC Santa Cruz who are attending, right? Paying, right now it's like $8,000 a quarter. But I could have done it too, and I still can do it too. So that's something that I have in the future, to go to a master's program, possibly at UC Santa Cruz. At least for barriers, I mean, I'm constantly challenging the ideology of being undocumented, because that word is like a shackle that holds you back. It's like bricks on your back that, you know, keep you from, even though you're going up a hill, you have, again, so this weight above you. So you have to constantly deal with that I have to constantly deal with that as an undocumented person, is challenging that word undocumented. I tell people that I'm undocumented so they can associate and understand what are the consequences of that. And of course, not everyone knows what undocumented means. That's why I have to always share. But I don't consider myself undocumented. I don't think of myself as undocumented. I really I challenge that word. I reject it. I reject that word is actually the correct term. I reject the word undocumented, illegal immigrant, illegal alien, because those are all just dehumanizing, and they're just as bad as words that are used to put anyone else down. As for my future goals, I mean, really, like, seeking a profession in either teaching or law. I must adapt somehow. I mean, I have to. Well, I'm gonna graduate next year, and then I have to go to master's program. But then what? You know. So it's a continuous struggle. My parents always taught me that I have to be a good student, and that's all my only task in the family, and that's what I've been doing this whole time. So it's kind of weird that the government is telling me otherwise. So I'm here to oppose the government's views and other people's views of who an immigrant is.